welcome to the Paper Snob. This is Tara. Today I am working on a load 1023 for scraphappy.org. This is a great scrapbooking home if you are looking for a community of like-minded scrapbookers who enjoy cutting up paper and reassembling it into beautiful projects and mixed media and all the fun. This is a great community to join. I will put the links for that below. We have classes and Zoom chats, and there are 3 loads at least every year, as well as Calvin Ball in the spring, which is a very fun, crazy, enjoyable game that helps you use your stash. So I will definitely put those links for you below. This is for load 1023, and our theme this year is the women of rock. I was tasked with Deborah Harry, or Blondie, and her song Rapture. So my story prompt is, in 1980, Blondie released the song Rapture, a song that brought rap to #1 on the US Billboard charts for the first time. This was very unexpected and controversial, leaving this question: was this appropriation, or was it just bringing rap to a new audience? Talk about a time when you or someone you know was controversial, or where an idea that you had took off. Your technique prompt is: Deborah Harry was immortalized by Andy Warhol in 1980, who produced a number of artworks of her image from a single photo shoot at the factory. Let your layout be influenced by Andy Warhol. You can style your whole layout or just a photo or 4. So that is what my prompt and technique are for this. And I have pulled out some papers from Scrapbook Generation. This is papers that are exclusively designed by Debbie Sanders, and they are bright and fun. There's some neon colors in here. There's some fun, and I've already cut into them to begin this project, so I'm not going to show you everything. I printed my journaling, I edited my photos, and I'm going to go ahead and pause this video. I'm going to get started, and I will be right back. So I'm going to point out right off the top, I am not proficient with Lightroom, nor am I proficient with Photoshop. I use Picasa to edit my photos on my computer, or I edit them right there on my iPhone with my iPhone stuff. So I just tinted each photo a fun neon type color. They're sort of representative of the colors that went with each child in our homeschool. I had 5 kids in our homeschool, and the oldest one was red. The second one, he was green. Courtney was purple. Seth was blue, and Emily was pink. So I really had a hard time finding a blue that would stand out on Seth's photo, so I ended up doing his green, and I swapped the purple and the pink with Courtney and Emily and just left it. They are tinted to kind of match this paper. This paper collection is very bright and fun, and as you can see, it comes with sheets that have 6x6 blocks on it, and I'm going to use those to go across my background. Now, you might have seen that I had cut a wave out of the center of that background piece. Originally, I was going to use a wavy border to anchor my photos on this layout, but then decided to go another way, which is what you see me doing here. I'm cutting the colors up into 2-inch strips, so these are going to be 2x6, and then I'm going to kind of do more of a wavy mat across that circle that I had already cut out with my Cameo. So that is what I'm doing now. I'm cutting each 6x6 piece of paper into 2x6 pieces. I will only use 2 of each color, but I will save the leftovers for another layout. These papers will go back in their little folder that I keep on my shelf. I have a few smaller collections from designers that I keep in alphabetical order in one calyx cube. And so that's where this folder goes, because I don't have a whole lot of Scrapbook Generation's exclusive papers. And I lied. I'm only going to use 2 of the yellow. So I ended up with 5 strips. They're each 2 inches, and I kind of staggered them across that circle so that I could cover up that wavy border that I cut out. And I did save that, so I'll be using it for another layout later. So what I'm doing next, now that I have matted my block of photos, I have done some hand stitching and black embroidery floss on my strips of colored paper. I have added foam adhesive to the back of my journaling strips. I separated them in half so that I could put half at the top of the photo block and half at the bottom, so that I would have plenty of room for all of that journaling. You can also see that I switched it up. Instead of having a long paragraph of journaling to fit on the page, I ended up retyping it and putting it into lines that I cut apart for this layout. So I don't know about you, but this happens a lot when I'm scrapbooking. I will start with one idea in my head, and a lot of times it will morph into something entirely different or very similar. And that's what happened here. I had intended on putting a wavy border. It was 4 strips of wavy pieces that I cut out with my Cameo. And when I tried it off camera, it didn't look very good. So I decided to put those pieces back in the little folder that this collection belongs in, and I will use them for another time. They would make a great beach or swimming pool layout later, so I just set them aside for that. So as I mentioned, I have put my journaling strips on foam adhesive, and I am attaching them on the top and bottom of my layout. So I first put this larger title here, which has also been popped up onto with foam adhesive, down here at the bottom of my photo mat. I end up moving it because I don't like it there. And this particular title that I'm putting down, I also cut with my Cameo, and it was in a circular fashion above a different word. I don't even remember what word it said. It didn't say Homeschool Rocks. I actually used 2 different Cameo cut files to create my title. And so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stick the larger title up above, and I end up really liking that placement pretty well. Well, one of the other things I did off camera is I fussy cut a bunch of the flowers from the floral pattern paper. I knew that I wanted to use these for embellishments, and so I cut several. I end up cutting more than I used, and that's okay because I'd rather have too many than not enough. All right, layout is complete. I got everything glued down. You saw me put on my journaling strips. I added foam adhesive to the flowers, at least a couple of them, or actually all of them except for that one. And instead of putting my rocks down here, I ended up putting here at the top, and I think I like that better. I want to thank you so much for coming to my channel today. I really appreciate those of you who take the time to like, comment, and or subscribe. Click that thumbs up button below to like this video. If you want to subscribe and have not yet, go ahead and subscribe and click that bell. YouTube will notify you when I put out new content. And make sure that you check out scraphappy.org. I will have those links in the description box below, and all the information that you need to join. It is a great community, and I know that you will feel at home there. Have a great day and happy load. Bye.